as we get set for football here at the always rockin' Cleveland Browns Stadium. Tonight, it's on to Week 10 already. Hard to believe, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the Cleveland Browns. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. From his end zone, here comes Jerome Ford. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27. You look at the defense for these Texans. They were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it? On second down, here's Watson. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. The Browns at 500 now, 4-4 on the year. And they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So, you know, they just want to come out and play well for their faithful. I expect them to do just that.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. Take a lower center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They run again on first down, Chubb. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. Well, this defense for the Texans, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
From the 50, it's Watson. And he's got Cooper on the out route. That's complete. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And they're going to have a third down. Charles, Thursday night game. I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
To punt on fourth down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Back deep is Tank Dell. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Defensively, Ogbanya Okoronkwo made the stop. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll run it again with Henry. And this time he won't even make it back to the line of scrimmage as they stop him in his tracks. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
3rd and 12. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
He'll find its tight end. It's Adam Troutman. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, do I have that dagger play? Do I have that play and just finish them off right now? Because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Stroud looking to throw. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 30. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice, sustained series to begin the game, and it will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game.
And I think the ball's out. And this is picked up by the Browns. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
They begin this drive with Chow. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. You look at the defense for these Texans. They were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And the big thing for them was the interceptions. And you hear teams all the time talk about establishing themselves against the pass. You know, no-fly zones and things of that nature. This group had a bunch of them in last week's game.
And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. So pass interference the call. That's going to set him up with a first down.
And if it's a bang-bang play, maybe the flag stays in the official's pocket, but instead, he definitely impeded the receiver's right to catch the football. The officials letting the players know how the game's going to be called here in the first quarter.
Watson off play action. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. And this passing game, this whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. And that's caught inside the 35. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. No score after 1 on EA Sports. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Chubb will get the call running left. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. This is the tight end, Njoku. Yeah, you only get a 1-yard buffer there from the line of scrimmage, and he got downfield a little too far, and the flag came out. Second down, here's Chubb again. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown! His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter.
So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes the score 7-0. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They currently sit 1 game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. Yeah, Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, it depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out, and that could be their Achilles heel.
From the 25, here's 2nd down and 7. Stroud to throw it. He'll complete this one to Collins. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. A 1st down carry for Henry. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Stroud sets up the play action. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you, it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
Here we go.
They keep it with Henry on 1st down. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the 1st down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
2nd and 10. Play action. Stroud now.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. How about that? The defense's first sack. It doesn't come from one of the usual suspects up front. It comes from the secondary.
Yeah, I think they caught the quarterback off guard a little bit because he wasn't able to account for the possibility of that blitz and change the blocking assignments. He comes through and puts him on the ground.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. And Stroud now to throw. Is to the sideline and incomplete. Nearly intercepted, in fact, but he couldn't hang on. 4th down. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do. So I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
Second and 8 coming from the 19. And again, it's Chubb. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here is 3rd and 5. Here's Watson. And it's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th.
Well, I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to it.
And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. This is 2nd and 8. Back to throw, Watson. Over the middle, Amari Cooper, it's complete. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. He's got it to Collins, complete. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Let's go now.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Stroud. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And a potential turning point as he'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Pass complete to Moore. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now it's Watson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Amari Cooper in the final seconds of the first half. And the Browns will extend their lead here just before halftime. Hopkins with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Final play of the half, Stroud. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Ready for the second half. 14-3 our scores. We are back underway on EA Sports. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Safety Grant Delpit up to make the play. From the 35, here's a 2nd and 8. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 52 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff running through the middle. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again. Here's Stroud. That's complete to Dell. Touchdown, Texans! Take Dell. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Texans are back within a score. Now the Houston offense is going to stay out there as they'll try for 2. Stroud's going to try to throw for the conversion. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call. And he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion. And now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
To throw is Watson. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
3rd and
2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. Third and 2, Watson. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Quick throw to Collins.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On second down, here's Henry. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at the Browns' 31.
118 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Third down and 1.
Again, it's Henry. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Play action. Here's Stroud.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I love the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. In motion right goes Adams. He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Throwing now is Stroud. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
A pickup of 2 brings up 2nd and goal.
One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. They'll give Henry another shot. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Derrick Henry with career touchdown number 109. That ties him with Barry Sanders on the all-time NFL list.
And the Texans have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game.
Browns 14.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, This offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
Up the middle, it's Chubb. And he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Here's Watson. He's got Njoku over the middle. They'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Racing to the end zone,
and they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. A big play there by the rookie, an interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
Browns 14.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
And we'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock.
But now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Now Watson going to change the look here.
From the gun on 3rd, Watson.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. To the air yet again, Watson. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Watson. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they...
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They will indeed snap it to Watson.
Now he'll take a shot for Peoples-Jones.
And that is incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. So now with a little over 2 minutes to play, the road back gets very difficult.
Difficult, but still not impossible if they go ahead and play this thing out. Now the defense has to come up big. They've got to go for a strip of the football on each and every snap to try and give themselves a chance.
144 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Here we go, check.
On first down, here's Stroud.
And it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Here's first and 10. Watson to throw.
Flushed out right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
The nice thing is that you've still got all your timeouts, so the middle of the field, that should still be an option, especially if you see the defenders pinching the sideline. You can run a little seam route right here and pick up some nice yardage.
Here's Watson.
Escaping the pressure right. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of two halves, won't you?
Right, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get.
And this is caught inside the 5. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. He got 29 yards that time. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal.
Henry will take this one in for a Texans touchdown.
You think back to some of the great goal line bruisers of the past, the Earl Campbells, the John Riggins, the Marshawn Lynches. And then you can put Derrick Henry right in that group as he scores there with another patented Derrick Henry run.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now.
32. Browns 14.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the fourth quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage. Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Oh, yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. They go with Chubb on second down. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. This is the tight end, Njoku. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs.
Cowboy 80. Set, tempo, set.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And it's complete to Adams. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Stephanie. Go.
Trying to punch it in with Henry. A loss of 2 there, second down.
Brought down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 brings up second and goal at the Browns' 2-yard line.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for the Texans, that's now 5 wins on the campaign as they get the job done here. And they'll get a few days to savor this one before they take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5.
And they'll be on the road next week as they travel to Pittsburgh to take on the Steelers.
That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire